investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the Market Guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a one-year daily candle chart of the volatility index, ticker symbol VIX. And as you can see, we bounced perfectly off of this support level, which is what I forecasted last week. But the interesting thing here is that on Friday the 6th, we see a lower red candle, which could mean we could start to pull back to retest that support level. So what does that mean for the S&P? Well, the VIX is a contrarian indicator to the S&P, so if the VIX starts moving back down to test this support, this could mean a slightly bullish move for the S&P as we move into the end of the year. Historically, we generally see a year-end rally, also known as the Santa Claus rally, so keep an eye on that. I would trail your stops on the spiders. I'll move that chart up right now, ticker symbol SPY. If you have any S&P stocks or any Dow stocks, I would trail your stops up to protect any profits at that particular point. You could see that the spiders moved right at this resistance level, pulled back, but again, as I zoom in, this candle right here looks very similar to a hammer pattern. Normally, bullish hammer patterns form at the end of a downward leg. This is a slight downward leg or a pullback in an upward trend. But notice the steepness of the angle of this trend. This is an important line right here because if we do rally, this becomes the new support level. If we pivot and go higher from the short-term upward leg, then a break in that upward trend line could mean lower prices. So we have to be very mindful of the charts, use our risk management disciplines correctly, follow the 1% rule as I describe on the Market Guys website, and just move on from there. Now, if we look at the diamonds, that's ticker symbol DIA, the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, you'll see that we've reached an area of resistance right here at the top. Again, as I zoom in, you'll see there's a minor gap right here that's looking to be filled. So I think next week we could see slightly higher prices to fill that gap, and then I think we could eventually drop and pull back from that resistance. If you look more closely at the diamonds, you'll see a bullish engulfing pattern from the close on Friday, November 6th. With a long shadow beneath that candle, that tells us that the buyers came in strong this day and that we could see short-term higher prices. Looking at the Russell 2000, which is a more broad-based index, ticker symbol RUT, again, you'll see a very strong green candle, almost a bullish engulfing pattern, but the key here is that it bounced off of this support level right here. We could see higher prices in the Russell 2000 to fill this gap target right there. I don't want to put too many lines on the chart to confuse you, but we could see slightly higher prices in the coming week and maybe even higher for a year-end rally. After that, watch out below. The steepness of these upward legs concerns me because it tells me that the buyer is becoming more aggressive a little bit too quickly and that a correction is in order. Taking a look at the Qs, ticker symbol QQQ, it basically represents the NASDAQ shares. This is labeled the power shares. You can see that we broke through a resistance point right there. I'll zoom in. You see a long shadow beneath the candle today, and there's still a gap below the mark, which I think could fill, but short term, I think we could rally to higher prices right there. I'll keep those trend lines in place so that we can analyze this next week and go over what we've read on the charts for this week so you can see the accuracy of technical analysis. Now, if you'd like to learn more about some of the things I've spoken about here on this weekly market report, go to the Market Guys website, click on the video tab right there. It'll bring you to a library that we call Market Shots, and you'll see that there's many educational videos that you can review, trading the gap, role reversal. You'll see that there's hammer patterns that I describe in here as well. I've mentioned that in some of the indices in the report here just a little while ago. And learn about these so that you can become more familiar with the signals and build your confidence in the market. This is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist with the Market Guys. Thanks for joining.
For almost 3 decades, AJ Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep it super simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for The Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our Trade Alert services help answer these 2 questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have 2 services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, we're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for The Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you've taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.